Now then, people, it's Joe, it's All Leeds TV, it's Oscar, it's Phil, it's Bailey. It's Bailey. Burnley got wrecked. Yeah, they got wrecked by Leeds United, who were rampant in the end after a shaky 15 minutes. They were absolutely phenomenal. Could have and probably should have had more. Great performance. Phil, talk to us, man. Buzzing.
I'm not buzzing. I'm fuming. As I said,
what a typical way for Phil to start that is after we win 4-0.
I said 5-0 last night, and I just said to you guys off air, I wanted to come on this show being Joe levels of smug that I got this right. So, yeah, great. I'm happy with the result, but I wanted to be really smug about this. So I'm going to pretend that it was 5-0 from the purposes of this moment onwards. Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, it was a great win, weren't it? Great win, man. Yeah. I mean, to see, look at this, most saves in Premier League this season, Illan Meslier, 140. Yeah. People said he was a bad keeper. Clean sheet after fucking clean sheet, man.
I know a bad keeper when I've seen one. I know a bad keeper when I've seen one.
He's Joe Wayman a really big hug right now, isn't he? That bad keeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe, turn around and just go a little bit like this, and it looks like you can do a little dance with him. Oh, nice.
he needs a bit of a pick me up, doesn't he? He needs a bit of a pick me up.
Yeah.
I mean, Click knew, didn't he? BPF's in goal. I'm having
shoot
that.
On side.
Yeah. We seen. I mean, I think my favourite thing is seeing Rodrigo come off the bench and score two beautiful goals. Yeah. They were beautiful. Yeah. He should have had a third if he weren't for Tyler, but he was great when he came on, weren't he?
Yeah, no, he was fantastic. I thought, like you said, it could have been three, should have been three if he would have squared it to him. But at the same time, I'm not going to hammer Tyler for it. Like we've won 4-0. We all said last night this was going to be the hardest of the last three games. We've beaten West Brom 5-0. We've beaten Southampton 3-0. We need one more point to match what Sheffield United did last season. We need 4 more points to be the best newly promoted side in Premier League history. For me, we're 2 more wins and that's it. We're the best newly promoted side in Premier League history. Easy, hands down.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's great.
It feels fucking amazing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it all feeds into that level of smugness that I wanted tonight. Yeah, so fine, happy.
Well, that's what I mean. I felt it straight away as Click last week. I started to feel it, and I thought if he scores today, and I went straight onto Twitter. Fucking told you. Same with Rodrigo, though. I felt it with Rodrigo as well. It's nice to be It's nice to be right, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah.
No, because people said Rodrigo was a waste of money. People said, he's not good. We all knew. We Leeds fans at least should know. Second season's always better for the majority of players that work with beyond. Seen it.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, I mean, Harrison, for me, possibly man of the match today, 2 assists and a goal. And let's not forget, his first season, he was pretty gash. Wasn't he though? I'm not joking there. And then when some people didn't want him back. And I mean, look at that. He's games 34, 8 goals and 8 assists. And that's what Bielsa's done to him. I'm not saying that talent would have not been squeezed out from other individuals. It may well have been. But we should know that. And Rodrigo come off the bench and these 2 goals were bloody beautiful, man.
The chip was nice, wasn't it? The chip was particularly nice. I'm not going to give him too much credit for walking around Peacock Farrell because, let's be honest, everybody can do that.
Give him the credit the man deserves, man.
But yeah, no, it was fantastic off the bench from Rodrigo. Again, when Rodrigo came on, I felt sorry for Bamford, but when you've got the results that you've got at the end of the game, you can't really feel that sorry for him. Like, fair play to Rodrigo. I don't know, like I said to you guys last night, if you've heard the interview with Angus Kinnear on the Phil Hay show, like he was saying, they fully expect Rodrigo to win Player of the Year next season. They expect him to be our best player by a mile. So that for me is a little bit worrying about what the future means for Paddy or where Rodrigo's going to fit in. But you can see, like Joe just said, with the first season thing, Didier Drogba got written off in his first season. Everyone said he was garbage. He's one of his greatest ever footballers now, and he single-handedly won them a Champions League. So first season syndrome happened to Thierry Henry. It's happened to so many footballers in this league.
These names.
I mean,
it's a hard league.
This is Oscar levels of comparison. This
no, but it's true. No, it's a hard league to adapt to, and we've had maybe one player that's come in and everyone thinks that he's adapted fantastically, and that's Rafinha, and the rest maybe have been singled out for criticism or fitness at one point of the season. And I think Rafinha is the only person that's gone through this season out of the new signings that's not been criticised at any point, when realistically Rodrigo's had the worst of the lot of it. I think he's been criticised the most. The two defenders obviously have been not slighted but picked on for the fitness aspects of it. Realistically, we've got 4 fantastic signings, and I think that has taken a while to sink in. And we're starting to see those 4 signings actually being able to be on the pitch together. And obviously, I know Robin Koch wasn't there today, but Llorente, Rafinha and Rodrigo on the pitch together was where the game stopped being 1-0 and 2-0 and started being 4-0 and should have been 5. Yeah. So these players are a sturdy investment for our future, and you'd trust Angus Kinnear and Victor Orta in the summer to give us anything that's going to make this go from 4-0 this season to 5 next year.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar, it's 1 loss in 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 1 loss in 9.
So we're getting there as a team. Yeah, we've got all the 4 signings. Well, Cox kind of been in and out kind of thing. That's a terrible analogy, isn't it? That I didn't mean that quite what I said. But you know what I mean. Koch hasn't been fully fit, but Llorente, Rafinha, Rodrigo slowly starting to find fitness. It's natural, isn't it? Click's starting to find form. All these little things that we've needed throughout the season, they're starting to come together now, and we're starting to show that we're a team that can be in that top 6, top 7 next season. I honestly think we kick on. I don't see why we can't kick on. You know, I think Rodrigo, there's not a lot in it for me between him and Bamford. I think Rodrigo is the better footballer. He's got the better pedigree. Arguably the better finisher of the two. Yeah. But obviously Bamford has the big advantage. He can press. He's a little bit more hard work, and he wants to receive the ball to feet. Rodrigo wants to run in behind, like you've seen with his 2 goals today. They're different kind of strikers, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Rodrigo does become the number 9. I think that was what we were expecting at the start of the season. I think it's pretty clear that Rodrigo's best position is centre forward. I think that number 10 experiment is pretty much in the bin now, and we're going to actually get an out and out number 10. I think we've all realised that now. But yeah, I think he's was absolutely superb today, and the whole team, the way we defended today, you know, bodies on the line at 4-0 up. You know, the way Rente went diving in at the ball, Illan diving at the feet. You know, the determination to keep clean sheets now. Melier's just been absolutely, I mean, he's been great all season, but I think the last couple of weeks, you've seen someone who is in the top 4 keepers in this league for me. Yeah, I would say now. I think he's developed
Oscar,
now into that.
When someone goes through on goal,
you expect him to save it. You expect him to save it. That's the sign of it. He doesn't. I think as the season's gone on, as Llorente's come in, Pascal's made himself experienced at that back. We've got more games. We've got that settled back 4 now. He's had less to do this second half of the season, but I actually think he's been miles better second half of the season because he's making the difficult saves look easy. Yeah, like he never feel like he's sprawling across his goal. His position is absolutely spot on. He comes for crosses, he claims them. He doesn't punch. His distribution's good. He's commanding. How many times does he get off his line? You know, when Wood tries to flick one on into the other striker, and the other striker tries to get between, say, Pascal and Meslier.
You see him close to that gap. Commanding. A couple of like little shithousey moments today as well. I really enjoyed it. There was one where Vidra's just stood in his way and he's got sod you, moves him out of the way, just barges past.
He's a proper keeper.
And then there's one where he's just stood laughing in Chris Wood's face, and I'm just like, you're 21, stood in front of Chris Wood, who is an absolute tank, and you just laughed in his face. Like, I love you, man. Absolutely love Illan Meslier. What a keeper.
You can't name me 4 better keepers than Meslier in this league. He's top 4. He's someone that he goes to any club for me, and he has an impact. I think he's that good.
21.
21 as well. Goalkeepers are supposed to hit their peak later than anyone else.
Yeah.
He could effectively have 15, 20 years at the top
I know
level.
it's a record.
That's how mad it is.
It's a record that can keep rolling every week, but he's now also the youngest goalkeeper to ever keep 11 Premier League clean sheets. And at the start of the game, he was already the youngest Premier League keeper to keep 10. It's just
He's going to take some beating, isn't it, mate? He's going to take some beating. And it's like earlier on. I know Klick's only scored 4 goals this season, but he got the record for the most goals scored by a Polish player in the Premier League. That's going to continue as well.
Yeah.
But it is, though, right? Over the course of the next few seasons, that will continue to rise. I think we'll see a much better Klick next season as well. And we've already seen the impact he's had. He might not start next season, but he's a great player. But and it was class to see him back to his best again today. I think when we were talking about shithouse levels, you can't look past Shani. I mean, what he did to Dwight McNeil and Sean Dyche. Obviously, Phil, you were watching on the box, so we don't get that. What actually was said?
Nobody knew what was going on for quite a while, and they obviously pulled the two managers in to talk to each other, and the commentary team was just like, don't know what's happened here, and then like 30 seconds later, they show you Gianni just going like, just like, oh, right, that's what's happened. And then Lucy Ward is just sort of sat there like, well, yeah, it's Gianni, innit? So, what did you
it's mad. It's mad. He's mad, isn't he? He's mad. Just a quick super chatting from Luke Williamson. He says, no more talk of Sean Dyche for better jobs. That type of football doesn't work anymore. Leeds adjusted and blew them off the pitch. And I think that he's bang on there. I think, we compete with the physical battle early doors, 15 minutes. Burnley started really well. We were concerned on the watch along Oscar, and then we just grew into it. And as the second half, we could have just continued to just smash and smash. If the game goes on, we win the game 10. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, when you get games where you're like, if the game continued for 2 more games, we wouldn't have scored. This was one of them games that if it had continued, the scoreline would have just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
I'd have happily kept playing them until Nick Pope was fit.
Do you think if Rodrigo, say he doesn't get that first goal where he chips it over Bailey Peacock-Farrell, I don't think he tries to take it round Peacock-Farrell, on that second goal. I don't think he has the same composure. And I think it's just confidence of everyone. Harrison's trying passes that he normally wouldn't try in that sense. I think, that big up there, Luke, being massive supporter of the channel from day one. Absolutely top man. But I think the fact is the quietest player on the pitch for Leeds for me today was Rafinha, and that sums up how good we were today. If your best player or your second best player, whichever one, sorry Phil, your second best player or your best player, whatever you want us to call him, if he's your quietest player, that's because everyone else has been brilliant. And there you go. That sums up how good we were today for me, more than anything.
Me and Chris were talking in the group chat, and we were saying in the first half, just before Klick scored, we thought that Jackie had been the one that had looked like he was going to create anything, and Rafa just looked really isolated. And if we were going to get in, we thought, when Gianni hit that shot and he hit the corner flag, like that happened because Rafinha finally got his moment down the right. He did a man and he pulled it back. It could have been 1-0. And realistically, if we would have fed Rafinha more, maybe he would have been more involved in the game. But it did feel like he needed to become more involved for us to actually get something out of it. But even without him being involved, we've got to smash somebody 4-0. Jack Harrison's had an absolute worldie today. A goal and 2 assists. And he could have had more. He deserves more. I think Rodrigo, again, he deserves more than the 2 goals that he's got. We're sat here winning 4-0 against Burnley, comfortably mid-table in the Premier League. We're 2 points behind Arsenal. 2 games that are very winnable remaining. I'm pissed off it 1-5.
Well, that's it. I think Rafinha is that kind of mentality that he'll go to bed tonight. Yeah. On that team bus, he'll be fuming.
Yeah, of course he will.
He will want more than anyone to get on that score sheet. Rodrigo will be the same. This is the mentality of the players we're bringing in now.
Remember what you said about Rodrigo a minute ago, how second season you expect better. Imagine seeing what Rafinha is going to do in his second season, bearing in mind what he's done this season.
Yeah.
Could be
you bang on. I think, I do want to give this guy a mention as well, just because Charlie Taylor, I thought for Burnley was really, really good, to be fair. Great. Great player and someone I would have back at Ellen Road in a heartbeat, if I'm honest. But I would. But it's gone today. What you say?
Not sure. I'm happy with the way he played against us today. He was their best player.
Why wouldn't you have him back?
I don't know whether it's the way I'm meant to feel because of the way Gary Monk made me feel about it. But he refused to play for our club, and if you refuse to play for our club,
never go back.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I quite agree with that, boys, but
I think we can get better left backs. For me,
I was just having back. I think, but I was just going to move on and say, like, the way Gianni's putting in performances. I know we all hated him against Brighton, and we're so frustrating. But again today, he was great today, man. Got himself an assist. I know it was a shot, but he still got an assist out of it.
You think he was great today?
I thought he was really good.
Yeah,
really good.
What was he bad? Yeah, are you looking just at the shots? What did he do?
No. I just thought it was. I think there was 3 players in particular that were just like at times couldn't pass a ball properly. Him, Ayling, and Rafinha, and the amount of times that all 3 of them were just like passing to their team for no reason, under no pressure. I was just like I said, I'm extremely happy it's 4-0. I just think it could have been more. We've had a great team performance, and if the whole team was at the same level, it wouldn't have been 4. It would have been 5, 6, 7.
No, I thought Alioski was great. I do. I thought he had a good performance today. But like I say, football is a game full of opinions, isn't it? And that's what it's for. Should we get some opinions of our Don level members?
I'm going to put the link out, guys. So check that out, guys. We're going to get as many of you in as possible. Don level members, check the link out. It is on the community page right now. So check it out, guys. Join us, please. Please join us. Must be plenty of you wanting to join this time around, guys. Come on. Link is on there. Check it out, guys. So I don't know. I think I disagree with Phil there. I thought Alioski probably one of his best games of the season for me. I've really thought the amount of times he set us away on counter-attacks, some of his passing from the back, I thought was the best it's been in
He wasn't terrible, and he didn't have. I haven't given him a 5 out of 10.
I don't know what's being said about Alioski here. They're just showing us clips, and it's just showing.
Yeah, I think the best thing that you'll remember from the game is you'll take away from this game. He's had a shot which was actually a well-worked move that he's not even hit the corner flag. It's gone out for a throw-in. I can remember at least 3 passes where I've just gone, for fuck's sake, Johnny, what are you doing? And then I've had 1 or 2 free kicks given away where I'm like, why? But then I feel like the mark goes up because he does this. And like, great, yeah, we love
no.
He had one.
He was a lot better than that.
Bro, he had one ball into the box. I am not marking Alioski up because he fucking went like that.
He had 1 ball into the box where Rodrigo nearly won a penalty from Charlie Taylor. Other than that, I really struggle to think of anything that would give
that is the most Phil thing ever, isn't it? Marking someone up for pulling a face.
Yeah.
That's the
I think he had a good game. I don't know what more you'd want from him in that game for me.
That's as good as you'll get from him for me.
Yeah. No, he was better last week, and I didn't even see half of last week.
Well, that's why you can't comment, really, then, because if you didn't see last week.
I've watched it back now, though. I just didn't see it at the time.
Good stuff.
We won't go into that. But we have got some dons.
Yeah,
we've got some dons. There's only one Michael 20. How are you doing, mate? How are you doing?
Yeah, perfect.
You in bed?
Oh, he's always in bed. I'm
just chilling. Yeah, I'm a lazy git, mate. Yeah.
Come on then, Michael, talk to us, brother.
Weekend's complete. I've got a pint tonight, Curry.
Love that. Love that.
Jack Harrison, without man of the match.
Yeah.
You know, you can't complain.
No.
And Llorente, amazing. Especially when we were up against it at the start in the first 10 minutes. Going forward to sort of next season, I think Strike and Llorente could be sort of going forward.
Yeah.
Because Cooper doesn't, I'm not sure if Bielsa, he was fit today, wasn't he?
Who?
Sounded
Cooper.
like it, yeah.
He's on the bench today, wasn't he? Yeah.
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 I thought you said he was shit. I was going to say he didn't even play. Did you say he was fit today?
Yeah.
I thought you said he was shit.
What do
today.
you think he said?
I thought he said he was shit today. I was
You are?
going to say, you're having a go at him and he didn't even play.
He's done absolutely nothing today. Nothing.
Yeah, he was fit today. Yeah, you're right. We were discussing that, Michael, before. Like, it's quite interesting because I know Phil was making the point yesterday and I agreed with him. I fully expected him to come straight back in the side, but he didn't, did he, Michael? So quite a surprising one.
So I'm just looking, for the future. That could be the partnership going forward. I don't know what you think, guys.
Yeah, would you agree with that, lads?
Yeah. I think the big thing with it is that you've got a right footer and left footer, and I think the Elves throughout his time. We had Janssen Cooper at the first season, White Cooper second season, Llorente Struijk this season. In terms of right footer, left footer, nice balance. We can play out the back. It just suits us. It suits us, and I think Phil, you mentioned, to be fair, mate, that you think it's going to be Llorente and Koch competing for that right-sided spot rather than them playing together. Do you still stand by that?
Yeah, 100%. I don't really care which way it goes next season because I could see there being a gradual reduction of Liam Cooper, but I still think Cooper will be heavily involved next season. I think the following season after, and Joe, you're going to love this comment, I do expect us to be in Europe one way or the other, whether it's Europa Conference League or Europa League.
Next season?
No, the season after next season.
Really?
What are you talking about? It'll be at least next season.
We're not getting into Europe this year, but next season.
We might even still get in this season, bro.
Okay.
Come on, stop it.
The season
You're only 3 points off. What's up with you?
The season after next, I do expect us to get somewhere like that. I think we'll be.
So you don't think we could do it next season?
No, Joe.
Really?
No, as in get into the Europa League next season.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying.
No, hang on.
No, that is what I'm saying. I'm saying I think we finish higher next season and we qualify by league position to get into Europe. Probably.
Why are you saying season after next? What the fuck are you going on about?
We'll be playing. We will be playing in Europe the season after.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Now I get you.
So when we're playing in Europe, right. So when we're playing in Europe, I expect Struijk and either Llorente or Koch. I don't even care about the point anymore. Just move on.
But Phil,
yeah,
I get you now. I get you.
Yeah.
So you think next season? Yeah, I get it.
I think next season we'll start to see the reduction of the impact that Liam Cooper has around the club, and the end of next season. If he's going to leave, I think it'll be the end of next season. If not, he'll just be a peripheral figure, and then you end up in a situation like Gianni is now.
Yeah,
Michael. Sorry, man. Sorry, go on, Joe.
No, I was just going to
ask Michael. Okay. Michael, Bamford or Rodrigo, number 9. Who are you picking next season?
I would pick Rodrigo.
Okay.
Spain's number 9. He's more technical. Got more, he can drift about everywhere. He's more flexible. I'll say Rodrigo. Flexible,
Hey, Victor Orta like that. 6 goals. Flexibility. Having that.
Clinicality.
Flexibility, clinicality, and good at goalkeep. We're having that.
Love it.
Flexibility.
I love that. It's like what's the film called? The Incredibles and that lot. Like
Brilliant.
I love that.
But Michael, yeah. So just on that, another question then as well, because Phil expects Llorente and Koch to be fighting it out for that right-sided centre-back position, which I think is a great point and a fair point. Can Koch get in?
Are you?
I didn't even mean to do that.
Can you get into the hole? Can you get into the hole in the team?
Yeah.
Can he get into a Llorente-shaped hole when he's not there?
Depends how moist it is.
Big
that's
bum,
poor.
bum.
That's poor.
You've messed that up, Phil. You
Well,
went
you
too
messed it
far.
up.
Went
You
too far,
went
mate.
too
No
far.
class. No class
No.
about that at all.
No, exactly. Michael, who wins that battle though?
I think. Do you think there's any chance of him going in that Calvin role and Calvin going forward, or when Calvin is injured? Phil ain't gonna like that at all, is he?
No, but at the same time, Koch can't be expected to come here and sit on the bench. He won't be having that. He was brought in. He's a German international. There's no way he just says, "Oh, I'll sit on the bench for when Calvin."
Just because he's a German international doesn't mean he looks at the England international that's twice as good as him and goes, "Oh, it's my spot."
No, that's not the point I'm making.
I don't get what point you're making. But Phil, he's a centre back first and foremost.
Yeah.
All right, he can't look at the Spanish international ahead of him that, let's be honest, has been world class for the last.
No,
10
but this
years.
is the point I'm making. There's no way a guy who's a German national is happy with sitting on the bench.
I disagree. I think if
You
you're
disagree. So you think he's happy sitting on the bench?
No, I don't think he's happy. I think he's.
So why did you say you disagree then?
Because you can't be unhappy.
Don't come. You ain't gonna fucking come on.
Mate, you can't be if you're Robin Koch right now, you cannot be unhappy at sitting on the bench when Diego Llorente is performing in your position the way Diego Llorente is performing. And where does he expect to go?
Yeah.
Where does he expect to get played?
Come next season. So what Michael's point is that, he'll be a replacement for Calvin. If I'm Koch, then I am not happy with being a replacement for Calvin. I want to be a starter.
I would do better in training then. Do better and show that you're worth a starting place. And at this moment in time, I trust Marcelo Bielsa to pick 11 people that deserve to start. I'm sure
that's a silly. Leave it. That's one of them. Leave it up to Bielsa. You're not allowed to talk about anything. We might as well shut this off now. Shut it down because it's all Bielsa's, decision. Why?
Robin Koch would be starting if Robin Koch deserved to start. It's as simple as that, mate.
I think it's positive. I really think it's positive, though. We're going to have, if we want to push for Europe and then be more competitive in the cup competitions, we've got to have a squad. You can't do that for 11 players. We've shown it this season.
Strength in depth.
But that's the thing. That's a positive for me. I'm happy that Bamford's got a bit more quality competition than Rodrigo. It's the first time he's had it. I don't think they'll be upset about that.
I don't think any player in our squad would be upset about the fact that we've got incredible strength in depth and looking up towards next season. Why would you be upset looking at 3 centre-backs around you that you actually have competition for a place with? Like, that's the whole point of being a professional footballer, isn't it?
Wasn't Robin Koch really good at Spurs against
Spurs? Go on, Michael, sorry.
Sorry, mate. Wasn't Robin Koch really good in Calvin's position against Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if he was fit today, he wouldn't have been dropped.
No.
I said that last night.
So maybe to save money, if the worst came to happen and Calvin did go, or he got injured a lot, would Robin go in there rather than centre back?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But my point is, like, my hypothetical point is, we come to next season, and I don't care if Koch looks around and says, "Oh, I'm so happy that we've got strength in depth." He's thinking, "I want to get some fucking game." That's why I came to this football.
But he will naturally.
Footballers are individuals. As much as we have team players, James
Everybody's
Milner.
going to play.
James Milner's as professional as you can get. Stuart Dallas as professional as you can get. They want to play. They're still going to be happy on the bench.
You can't tell me everyone is going to play because Jamie Shackleton.
Hold on.
Jamie Shackleton's played about fucking 4 times. Robbie Gotts broke the record for the most time spent on a bench. If you ain't going to get in this side,
this isn't Robbie Gotts.
No, but come on, bro. He was on the bench every single time. I'm using it as a point because the point I'm trying to say is regardless of what's going on in training, with Bielsa, if you've had an 11 that's done well the previous game, they start. They start. I don't think that's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but I've not seen it yet where someone's, I don't know.
I think it's positive, though. I don't think it's something to worry about too much. What I will say is, though,
I think it's a good thing.
I think
definitely
KP, Llorente, Llorente definitely is quite an injury-prone player. I know he's played a couple of games consecutively, but it's doubtful that Cooper, Llorente, Phillips, and that lot will play the whole season. They're going to pick up some muscular injuries or suspensions, bookings, etc., during the season. So it's good to have someone like Koch in the team because for me, he's the player that can play anywhere. He can play right centre-back, he can play left centre-back, he can play CDM, so that's the positive. I don't think Koch can have too many complaints that Llorente's ahead of him. I don't think he can have too many complaints about that at all. You look at our defensive records, he's done well when he's come on. He's looked sharp when he's come on, mostly into holding midfield. A couple of times he's played centre-back.
Can I go through the stats? So
I love a bit of stats.
Games started, Llorente has started 13 games. Robin Koch has started 17. Liam Cooper, 24. Pascal Strike, 26. Bearing in mind, Luke Ayling's also played 35 games, a lot of them at centre-back. They are all getting games.
Wait. That's because of injuries and that, bro. There will naturally be. Yes, I get what you're saying, but you can't. Look,
Liam Cooper is made of glass.
We have played more different centre-back partnerships than fucking I don't know what this season. I don't know if my Wi-Fi. Sorry,
but you know as well as we do, Phil. Bielsa will want that centre-back partnership, like his Janssen and Cooper in the first season. It's White and Cooper the second season.
Yes,
he'll want that natural. He'll want that partnership next season in pre-season. He'll play.
But whoever
we'll play 4 games in pre-season. I'll tell you now, we'll play 4 games in pre-season. Koch, Cooper will play 2 of them together. Llorente, Strauch will play 2 of them together. Yeah. And then in that last game, you'll see which one's going to be the
Oscar's made a fantastic point. Ben White played every single championship game for us, right?
Yeah, he did.
So hypothetically, which is what we're talking about, if Strauch and Llorente is his preferred partnership and they don't get injured, they play every single game.
I understand the point, but you're saying that Robin Koch would be upset if Llorente started 38 Premier League games. In that case, yes, I agree with you, but there's no way on this earth that Diego Llorente is playing all 38 games and Robin Koch sitting on the bench all season. It's not going to happen. It's a congested season where we're going to be playing 2 cup competitions, which we seem to just bow out of because we can't be arsed with the games. And then either way, Cooper gets injured every 5 minutes. Calvin or Strike or Llorente, one of them will get sent off and there'll be a 3-match ban in there somewhere. There is going to be opportunity for people to fill in and play in different positions. And when we play teams like we played today against Burnley and they play a front 2, you have an opportunity to play a back 3 where those 2 centre-back partnership, it's not even a problem because you have to start 3 of them. So there is going to be an opportunity for a reserve centre-back to play plenty of games. And if you were upset about your position, I'd just be like, why are you here? Because why would you want to be anywhere else? You've got the best coach in the world. You've got someone who's going to transform you from nothing to something. And you've got a team that is potentially going from nothing to something. This is the place to be. If you're upset at being here, you will never be happy in your life. End of.
If you're not getting games, I disagree. But let's move it on. If you're not getting games, I disagree. But let's move it on. Michael, any other key points you want to discuss?
Just going back to sort of Harrison, not just that he got the assist, he got the goal. When the ball was spun onto him, it seemed to be like the whole season. His first touch is immaculate.
Yeah.
And that'll move into everything. So just got to get him signed up straight away. I just thought he was like, he's better delivering ball, he's getting better, stuff like that. So, immense.
I think he's our player anyway, Michael. You know, there's a lot of people that say, oh, we need to sign him up. What if City want to keep? He's basically our player. So that deal will be done. Probably this summer, if we haven't got the money for it, we might move it on to next and pay 15 instead of 10. I don't know how it'll work.
The thing with Harrison as well is he's getting the end product's getting better and better and better every single. Was it 8 goals, 8 assists in 32, 34? Was it this season? That's better than last season in the Championship. He's gone up a level, and his end product's improved as well. I think the big part of that is Rafinha. I think even Rafinha, when Rafinha's not on the pitch, you can tell with Harrison's performance because Rafinha, it takes a player away from Harrison. Bamford does the same. I think Harrison is so much better with those 2 players. And the thing is, well, with Harrison, he's playing left footer on the left wing. He's always got to go on the outside. You know, he's limited in terms of what he can do, but he gets the goals and assists anyway. His work rate's phenomenal. I don't know how Harrison gets so much stick there. When he goes 2 or 3 games without getting an assist or a goal, it's all of a sudden, you see certain names come out again, like Ryan Kent. I'm not saying I wouldn't sign Ryan Kent as backup, but you see people like Ryan Kent get mentioned, and he's better than Jack Harrison and all this lot. Thinking, no, in this system, I don't think he is. I think Harrison's the perfect winger for a Bielsa team. He's a left footer on the left wing. He stays wide. He's an outlet. He works hard defensively. He presses from the front. He's got a great touch, and he's improving all the time. I think he's the ideal Bielsa player.
He puts it perfect, doesn't he, between defender and goalkeeper. In that, we're like, the bounce.
Great stuff.
Look at that. By the way, look at that stat.
Yeah.
Is that genuinely?
Midfielder.
I was going to say Kane, but no, midfielder. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. That though, Mason Mount, Grealish, Phil Foden, all these names you've heard all season, all this lot.
Rightly so, though.
Yeah,
Rightly
but Jackie Harrison's young as well. He's still only 23. We forget he's still young. He plays like a 30-year-old, but he's 20 in the sense that he's got a great footballing IQ.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to remember. He's still young. The sky is still the limit of Jack Harrison for me.
Yeah, definitely. No, I agree. He's been exceptional. Was he your man of the match, Michael?
Yeah, definitely. Man of the match.
Good stuff. Thank you for coming on, Michael, and putting the spanner in the works and setting away the debate. Thank you very much, mate. Well, let's get to the voice of reason that is just Chris Kay in now. Thank you very much, Michael.
It's CK. Can you get his guns in the picture? Can you get his managed to fit his guns in there? He's got them out there. Love that.
Talk to us, brother. How was that for you?
It was less painful than listening to you lot for the last 10 minutes, let me tell you. Jesus. Just 1-4.
We lost 4-0, Chris. You're forgetting.
True.
1-4 and we're falling out about next season. First half was struggle for 10-15 minutes, wasn't it? But after that, Burnley had very little to offer, and when they did have a chance, Meslier was his now genuinely borderline world-class self. Never looks like he's going to concede.
Yeah.
Is Meslier an outside shout for a late call up to the full France squad?
It's not an outside call, mate. He should be first choice.
He should be in there. The thing is with France, though, it's strange, France. I mean, have you seen that, like, Laporte, they've just let him go to Spain, let him transfer to Spain. I think if Mellier's got an English mother called Joan or something, Joan Meslier, he needs to get himself. I don't know what the rules are now. If England have got the chance,
he's eligible, isn't he? So
you get citizenship, don't you?
5 years. 5 years.
5 years, I think it is.
He's been here too, hasn't he? But you know what? If France don't pick him, then someone is going to. Someone is going to pick him.
Someone will come and make a call for him. Yeah, I thought that second half is one of the best 45 minutes I've seen from us. And we've played a lot of good football recently. I thought we were absolutely superb that second half. Jack Harrison just turned naughty up to 11, didn't he, in the second half? Absolute filth he was at times. I'm not going to lie.
He was filthy in the first half.
His finish, if that's a Messi or a CR7 or a De Bruyne, pundits are going absolutely nuts about it. Absolutely nuts. But, and to be fair, Peter Crouch he was like, because Jack Harrison was like, just sort of threw my foot at it and directed it at goal, but thought it was offside in his interview. I thought, and KP's ball to Calvin. Oh my, just absolute filth.
That's what he can do, right? That's why he should be in that England setup.
All day long, mate. And I said to
could Declan Rice do that? Like, as much as I think Declan Rice is a very good player, that's where I think there's a difference between Phillips and Rice. And I don't think Declan Rice could do that, what Phillips did.
I wonder, Oscar, in that last England game, if that's why Southgate's tried Phillips slightly ahead of Rice, because he has got that bit more expansive action to his game. We've all sat on this channel as well, and everyone involved with all these teams, we've all sat here and gone, Rodrigo will come good. He will come good. we've just seen Rodrigo, Spain's number 9, Oscar. Spain's
Yes.
number 9.
Yes. Love that.
That first touch for his first goal was absolute filth.
Yeah,
Filth. He just sold them both. They were like, oh, yeah, that's done. And then obviously Bailey was just like, I don't know.
I'll lay down now.
You know, one of those things that you see outside a garage or a carpet warehouse.
Yeah.
But it was
Even the little flick as well was just beautiful.
Stunning, mate. Absolutely.
He was
stunning.
prime Suarez when he came on, like that little touch. But he was like that 20-minute cameo was why we paid 30 million for Rodrigo.
Yeah.
That was absolutely, that is Spain's number 9 in action. I mean, I thought when he had that chance to get the third, the touch, you know, to get himself in. I know Charlie puts him off in the end, but he is seriously, he's potentially someone for me in this team. If he gets into that number 1 centre forward for this team,
well, that's the thing.
he
There's
gets
going to
20
be serious
in this
competition
team.
there, Oscar, isn't there, between Bamford and Rodrigo?
Yeah, there is.
You know, I think, like you said earlier, that we haven't seen him coming on in that number 10 spot anymore. It is a case of it's a straight swap for Bamford, and one of them is going to have their noses put out of joint next season.
Not a bad position for us to be in, though, is it? When you
not for us as a team and as our thoughts, you know.
I think the fact that we've been mid-table for the majority of the season and we were safe very, very early doors is probably helping the executive management at the club answer some questions at the back end of the season. Yeah. We're now seeing that Rodrigo can play up front in this team. Yeah. We're now seeing that Robin Koch can play at DM if KP is not fit and available. And
but would he be happy though, Chris? That's the thing. Is he happy though? Robin Koch?
If he's not happy, I'm sure a couple of the Leeds lasses can go and put an arm around his shoulder and
they'd love that.
I want to do it.
I know you'd love to put a big arm round Koch, wouldn't you?
Well, you know.
Anyway, guys, I've got a question for you lot. You know, when Rodrigo came on, you know how we said earlier about Rafinha not quite being as impressive as everyone else? I thought Rafinha actually had a bit of he had an added spring to his step once Rodrigo was on the pitch. I thought the first 60 minutes he was basically non-existent apart from that one chance he created for Alioski, which went to the corner flag. But that aside, did nothing for me. And then as soon as Rodrigo came on, they have a bit of a link-up thing with each other where they do seem to have an understanding. So I think if I was Patrick Bamford, the only thing I would worry about next season is I need to get my relationship with Rafinha to be better than Rodrigo's. Otherwise, I'm out because it's
worrying though.
No, but that's going to be the difference as to who can create more of an impact on the pitch at that time. That's nothing to do with Robin Koch being unhappy about being absolutely nothing. Clutching at straws there, mate.
No, definitely not. But I think you're right, though, mate. Like we said earlier on in the season, they seem to have a little bit of a telepathy. Telepathy, that's the word, right?
They seem to know each other's game quite well for two players that haven't actually.
It's because they're that next level up, aren't they, of quality in our squad?
It's elite quality players, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they just understand each other's game really well. And I think it's if you've got a player that you can, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people would say he needs to start after 2 goals off the bench today, but if you do have a player like Rodrigo on the bench that can impact a player like Rafinha who has started and raise his levels simply by coming off the bench, that's not a bad position to be in.
No.
Well, I think the thing is as well, we got, I think, first half of the season when we were scoring we're probably scoring more goals than we actually have done second half of the season in terms of goals and that look. Because we were 5-2 against Newcastle, 5-0 West Brom. We were scoring goals for fun. And it was all Bamford, Harrison, Rafinha in that first. No one else was really chipping in at that point in the season. It kind of got to a stage where a couple of weeks ago when we drew obviously 0-0 with them from over the Pennines, and we're kind of thinking, who gets the goals from Rafinha on the pitch? Who gets the performance out of Harrison and Bamford? But I think kind of Rodrigo, the fact that we're trying to play him as a centre forward now and higher up the pitch, I mean, it's lifted everyone's game. I'll be honest, Phil's just mentioned it then. I would start Rodrigo against Southampton. I would actually put Rodrigo in. Yeah,
Over
going
Bamford.
forward.
Definitely going to be
I
right.
think
about this
let's give him a
Bamford's
chance
goal.
from the start. Let's give him a chance from the start with Rafinha.
Look, I think at the stage of the season we're at, I think we were saying it after, or people were saying it after the Spurs game. He's come in and done well. Robin Cox, I think Cox got a groin strain apparently, which is why he's not been about today, and stuff like that. People have come in and done well. Yeah, I think give him a game. I'd still be gutted for Paddy because I want him to get as many as possible to the end of the season. But come on and score 2 goals. Surely you're knocking on the gaffer's door and going, oi.
I think you make a great point earlier on, Chris, like about, you know, being safe and being able to look at it now. Like, you know, we don't need, you know, I was wanting us to get Tammy. We don't need that anymore. We've got 2 strikers, you know. I was wanting us to get, you know, another DM. Don't need that anymore because we've got Robin Koch in there, you know. So it's about additions elsewhere. You know?
I agree, mate. I think we need a worldie of a number 8, number 10, someone else to come into that position. Like, and I mean next level, because there's nothing wrong with what we've got in there at the minute with Clicky and Dallas and players like that. But we need someone of the next level, like Rafa and Rodrigo bring in when they come in, and obviously a left back. And on that front, I think all that kickoff with Gianni, I think McNeil. It sounds like McNeil said something to him really inappropriate. Is the rumour mill, and it is just rumour mill at the minute. I'll just say, but Sean Dyche said the referees reported whatever happened to the is going to report it, and it'll come out in the wash. But it sounds like it's not Gianni that's done anything wrong.
It's good, isn't it? Because we're normally used to Leeds players doing something daft like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Happens, you know, so that makes a nice change. That makes a nice change if it's certainly not him. What was your pick of the goals then, Chris?
I love Jack's just for the nonchalant finish, but I think for me, probably Rodrigo's first, because I think the ball from Jack Harrison through a compressed, there was Burnley players everywhere, and he found Rodrigo with a beautiful ball. The pace was superb, and that first touch and dink over crazy arms was just beautiful to watch, and just nice to see Rodrigo at that point 2-2, now 3-2. Getting goals. We've got goals all over us all of a sudden after a few games where we're like, where's this next goal coming from? Now everyone's popping up with them. So I'll go with Rodrigo's first. I just thought, it was a bit of a stunner.
And it's, you know, it's like, lads, isn't it? Like I was messing on earlier saying this is what we do against teams at the bottom, but it is. Like we put 5 past West Brom, put 4 past Burnley, you know. We've put 5 past Newcastle. You know, all these other teams, you know, we put 3 past Southampton, maybe, I think it was.
Yeah.
You know, we just score hatfuls against teams that are below us. It's
our league position, actually, and they say, don't they, over the course of the season, it normally rings true, does the league. Our league position at the minute is bang on for where we are as a club. We are better than every club beneath us. And I think we're better than Arsenal as well, to be fair. So we're probably a position down on where I think we should be. I think they're on the decline and we're on the rise. So I think we overtake them next season anyway. So we're exactly where we should be. And I think we'll probably bring in 3 or 4, but 1 or 2 proper quality additions. We're all over that top 6 next season. All over it. Don't you worry about it. We will absolutely put teams to the sword next season, where we've probably struggled at times this season. Like your Brightons, that 1 or 2 little additions of quality, and where we're missing a player, someone can come in and do a job. Like we're missing KP and Rafinha. Oh, mate, I'm telling you now. I'm with you, Joe. I am going to fire the band back up for this season. It is not over yet. It is not over yet. This league's so inconsistent this year.
Yeah.
Everyone could go out this weekend, else in and around us, just above us, and get beat.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's a very, very outside chance. I won't put money on it, but
no, Brighton was the one, wasn't it? It's so disappointing.
Oh, it is, mate. It is, yeah.
It is. Like I don't. At the end of the day, like this is. I feel like a little bit because people say no, and ultimately we might miss out by 3 points, which is 1 win. You know, it's not. It's not that thing. But like people say, maybe we're not ready, all that sort of stuff. But I'm all about the here and now. I get it. I get why people think like that, but it is what it is.
But I'm not being funny, mate. And I've said that. I said that earlier in the season. Oh, I'd be worried that we wouldn't be ready. But I've watched us take the Premier League on this season, and make a mockery of some of the big six at times as well.
Yeah.
Why not go and have a go at Europe with 3-4 quality additions in this squad? I think we've every right to be that excited about where he's taking us. I heard the pundits banging on about, Leeds fans are nervous again about if Bielsa's going to stay. No, we're not. We know how Bielsa works. We know he doesn't sign anything till the end of the season. Wind your necks in, stop being lazy, and do some proper research, you bunch of muppets.
Joe and Chris, crazy one for you, but a few years ago, Leicester City were, 5,000 to 1 to win a Premier League because they just about scraped safety. How would you feel about Leeds United potentially being guided to something absolutely miraculous next season under Marcelo Bielsa in comparison to what they did?
I think a lot of things would have to go in our favour, but they did.
Everything went in Leicester's favour.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, mate. It did for Leicester as well. Nothing's ever impossible.
I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I can see us doing something special next season, whether that be a trophy or Europe or whatever it is. Something special is coming at this club.
I mean, you got to look at Rafinha and Rodrigo for me. If you're talking something big, like in terms of really kicking on, I'm not sure. I think Leicester is a once every 30, 40 years kind of thing, Leicester. But you look at that Leicester team, it was Mahrez, it was Vardy. It was that understanding between those two. I'm hoping Rafinha. No, I mean in terms of Rafinha, Rodrigo, you get that same understanding between those. But yeah, Kante, Phillips, and that lot in that kind of sense. There's a lot of similarities in terms of the teams.
Similarities. We could do something extremely ridiculous next season. I don't care if that's a Carling Cup or an FA Cup or whatever it is. Something good is happening here, and we need to keep it going for as long as it can possibly continue.
Don't get me wrong, Phil. At the start of next season, I will be having 20 quid on us finishing top 4.
Yeah.
No dramas.
Cool.
The thing is, though, I mean, look at the top 4 this season. And if we'd have started, I think it was maybe around Christmas when we had that really bad run. Well, bad run around Christmas.
Standard.
But that's it, isn't it? You look at that kind of that run where we lost to West Ham. I think, what's the other one? We lost to Palace, lost to Leicester. I don't think we lose games like that now. I don't think we lose 4-1 to Leicester like we did earlier in the season. No. We definitely don't lose that Palace game 4-1. We find a way of getting
the teams below us.
Into that for me. I really do think we are.
The teams below us are 6 points guaranteed every season, I think, at this moment in time. And then the teams above us is where we need to tighten up. And if we tighten up, we've already seen from where we're going to finish this season. Joe sat there stressed that we might still get Europe. Might still. Imagine if we tightened up in those away games against the top 6. We fucking would be in Europe.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm not. That's what I mean. It's frustrating. That's when I look back, and if we miss out by 3 points, I think the one that always sticks with me is Arsenal at home. We should have won that one.
Yeah.
2 of the in games, Wolves, where Jimenez scored, where we slipped. That's another point that, and I'm not saying we should have won that game, but it still dropped points that are a little frustrating.
Wolves have beaten us twice and not deserved either of them. Even if we turn those into 2 points and we get a 0-0 draw in both.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
you know what? I agree as well. Out of all of them where we've dropped points, the one that really sticks for me, really hurts, is the Arsenal one, because we absolutely battered them. Absolutely battered them. I think the highlights from them, it might have been something on like TikTok or Instagram, and it was just us hitting the woodwork against Arsenal, just like dink, dink. It was, the ball went everywhere, but in the back of the net. It's like, come on. But yeah, that's the one that stings. But
it is. You're right, mate. You're right. Right, Chris, just before we let you go, mate, you'll be back for player ratings, of course. Yeah. We've got Mr. Gamer Guy Ethan waiting to come in. Who was your man of the match, brother?
All the way through, I was chatting to Phil in the chat, and I was like, Llorente has been superb. And then Jack Harrison, that last 25 minutes, I can't look past Jack. 2 assists and a goal, and everything about all 3 bits were absolute quality. So Jack gets it for me, mate.
Good man. Thank you very much, Chris.
Guess how many messages are in the chat since the game kicked off? Have a guess. Have a quick estimation.
Go on. 100 and odd.
257 messages in the chat.
Wow.
Deary me. No, 312. Sorry, 312 messages in the chat.
Wow. Is that just me and Chris talking about the game?
You can even see it, but deary me. Deary me.
Most
Right,
of it is really just me and Chris just berating everybody.
Yeah. Right, I'll jump out. I'll let Ethan get in. I'll catch you in a bit, lads.
No
Catch you in a
worries.
bit,
Thank
man.
you very much. Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank
see you
you
later.
very, very much, Chris. Chris is a ledge, as always, coming on. Let's get Mr. Gamer Guy Ethan on. Ethan, how are you?
Good.
Good. Talk to us about the game, mate. How was it for you?
Good.
Yeah. And who stood out for you? Who was the main player for you?
Gahara.
Who was that? Sorry,
Jack Harrison.
Jack Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to hear. He was obviously a goal and 2 assists for Jack Harrison. Great performance.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, fantastic. And which was your favourite goal? Was it Harrison's goal, the little flick?
No, go, kid.
Clicks. Yeah, the first goal.
Clicks.
You'll do for me. Ethan. It's nice to see Click back at his best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. People said he should be sold. People said he was championship level, Ethan. But
People
he's
said
not,
he should have passed it to the left.
Yeah. He's Premier League Don. He's a Premier League Don, isn't he, Ethan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good man. And are you like me and Chris? Do you think Europe's still on? I think you are.
Yeah,
aren't you,
yeah,
Ethan?
yeah.
Love to hear it. Tune up the band. We're gonna do it. Nah, look, it's gonna be tough.
It will.
But yeah, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Are you going to West Brom? I think you're going to West Brom, aren't you, Ethan?
Yeah.
You
Are you
there?
excited?
What?
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Good. I might see you there, mate. I might see you there if you're going.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oh, we're having a little loving. We all get tickets to the West Brom games. All right, me and Oscar will go pub. Sod the lot of you.
Oh, no, you've got to...
I'll get back to you on that, Phil, I think.
Phil, yeah.
I'll get back to you on that, Phil, to be honest.
Stop it.
You've got to be a season ticket holder to be even in the ballot, mate.
Terrible. Some of us have jobs. That's all I'm saying. I'm busy working on the football. That's why I haven't got a season ticket.
Do you work, Oscar?
Yeah, I work, yeah.
Oh, okay. I work.
Man, he works Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Some of us have to slave away elsewhere.
Football always comes first in my house.
Me too.
I'm only joking, mate. I'm only joking. Of course, you have commitments. That is fine. We've had a super chat come in as well. Let me just find it.
We have.
I'm trying to find it. There we go. Stephen, Rhode Island. He says, if we beat Wolves both times and Brighton both times and won the first game against Arsenal, we'd be in the top 4. I mean, it's all hypothetical. If we won every game, if we didn't sleep, you know. I mean, that's quite a turnaround. Five wins.
Say half. Say if you won one game against Wolves, one game against Brighton, maybe that one game against Arsenal, 8 extra points.
Yeah.
It adds up, you know. It's a case, you know, next season. I think you played that Wolves game from the start of the season, that Brighton game from the start of the season. I think it's a different game, you know, in terms of where we're at now as a team.
Yeah. Is Steve joining us?
I want to hear Steve's views on Bamford and Rodrigo coming on. I want to hear this.
Said, I hope not.
Ethan, that's outrageous, that.
I want a hockey. Oh, he gay. I got good.
Yeah, God. So you don't agree with Steve, Ethan, no?
No way.
Good stuff. So obviously we've got 2 games left now, Ethan. We've got West Brom and we've got Southampton on Tuesday. Are we expecting maximum points?
Yeah.
Yeah, free. I mean, just when we think about it, like Phil, it's 1 defeat in 9.
Yeah,
that's crazy, isn't it?
Madness. And I genuinely can see us going unbeaten between. I know it's only 2 games, but now in the end of the season, I've said it for a while. These last 3 games, the first time we played all 3, Burnley 1-0, Southampton 3-0, West Brom 5-0, 3 wins, an aggregate scoreline of 9-0. I'm very comfortable sat here predicting the exact same thing to happen. All we need is 5 more goals in 2 games and 6 points. Mate, I'm not
That's
remotely
all we
worried.
need. All we
Mate,
need.
are you worried about
Phil,
Southampton or West Brom?
Quick question. Does Bamford get 16 goals this season, do you think?
Yeah, he'll get 1 more, mate. I've already said that for about 8
He
weeks.
did, yeah.
You two have been a bit
Did
slow
this
on the
actually
uptake.
happen? Did this
Go
actually
back.
happen?
Mate, you ignored Tash's message last night. Tash told you she was on that episode.
I didn't see it. As Arsene Wenger says, as Arsene Wenger once said,
You're
I did not see
ignoring
it.
this message.
I did
and
not
was
see
true.
it.
Tash was on that show. I said it. You're like, there's so many. If you've watched that episode, please back me up on this. Just
I told Tash she was full of shit.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you're full of shit. I said that about 8 weeks ago, and I'm going to be right. He'll get 1 more in the last 2 games, and I can sit here being Mystic Meg, happy as Larry.
I think you can. I think you'll have to prove it, mate. I still disagree.
I will find it.
I disagree.
I will find it, and I will send you it in the chat. It's happened.
Find it, because I don't believe it happened either. But just so you can get peak Joe Smug levels, I hope he gets 17.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. We've got a comment. Jordan Dix. Get him up. Flash him up.
Who's that? I can't see it.
I can see it. 3:35 p.m. It's a minute ago. You're going to have to flash it up. You're not going to do it.
Comment.
1 there and 1 there.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I don't know.
YouTube, honestly.
I'm
leaving. I'm going. I can't do this anymore.
I can't see it. I didn't see it.
Apparently, Phil did see it. That's fair enough if he did. Well done. Everyone's right at least once in their life.
It's not a gigantic take, though, is it? Like,
no, it was also
ago.
last night when you two were sat here saying, "Oh, I think it'll be a tight game, 2-1." I'm sitting here 5-0, looking at the guy behind Joe's right shoulder, thinking he can't touch that near post. He's there now. Like, I told you it'd be 5-0. It was 4-0. I was 1 goal out. You lot were all defensive. I'm leaving. See you. See you on the fucking player ratings.
Okay, he's off. There we go. Stephen Rhode Island, my favourite moment was the 57th when Bamford went off. That's harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's very harsh. Don't let him back in. That's very harsh.
He's never said it, Ben says. I trust Ben.
So, yeah, that's mad. Yeah, Ben says he never said it. Ben, where are you, mate? Anyway,
I know you were here.
We need you in the
like
chat.
you were at the countryside. He was at the countryside when I was looking down there a minute ago.
I know.
He was like he's having a nice walk. Come back in, man. Come back in.
Ben, where you at? You were here just a second ago. We want to see them lovely, lovely views just before we end the stream. Phil's left. I don't know where Phil's gone. Maybe he'll be back for player ratings. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to
wait and see. Well, Ethan, do you want Phil back?
Okay.
No,
hey?
That's a no, I think.
No.
Yeah.
You want him back?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let him back just for you. We'll let him back just for you.
Go on, Ethan. Go on, man.
Ethan, before you go, mate, and we let Ben in, let us know you're man of the match, buddy. You told us, didn't you? You've already told us, Jack Harrison. Thank you, as always, for coming on, Ethan, my man. You're an absolute legend. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again very soon.
Yeah.
Bye, mate. What a guy Ethan is. What a guy.
Legend.
Comes on week in, week out. Absolute legend. Watches from the start. If anyone does see Ethan at Ellen Road next week, I want you to go over to him and show him the All Leeds TV love, man. Make it happen. Make it happen if you are at Ellen Road. Let's bring in Ben, who's out in the... Oh, look at that jacket. He must be working.
Yeah, it was, mate.
I'm not. This is my dog walking jacket.
Sorry, mate. He must be working now. This is my best jacket, you cheeky git.
Wait, but that.
Imagine.
By the way, if there's a bad delay, then let me know because the signal's rubbish here in Kent.
Kent. How was the game for you, Ben?
Awesome. Bueno.
Give us some more.
It was good to see Calvin back, and he didn't look like he'd missed a beat, really, apart from the first 5 minutes when they were all a bit off. absolutely wicked. I agree with Ethan. Harrison was my man of the match as well. He was on it and he wanted the ball. You could hear him every time screaming for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've seen something on Twitter where I think it might be Joe Urquhart, where apparently Jack's saying like, give me the ball to Click or something, and he just bends it in.
Well, I did tell Click that. I did try and tell
no.
Click that the pass was there to the left. But
Nah, mate, you're not getting justification for that.
well, yeah, if Jack Harrison asked for the ball, then there you go.
I'm gonna buy that T-shirt if it comes out.
Left.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
No, it was.
Ben, are we tuning up the band?
Yeah, I think we should. I think I think they're already in key, on tune, and ready to rock.
Yeah.
They're in the they're in the van.
All they need is that conductor, don't they? All they need is that conductor to take us over the line.
Oh, do you know what? I never would have thought. I had a feeling about today. It had a feeling of banana skin about it. I don't know why. You know, when you just get that feeling.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like earlier, me and Oscar were a little bit tentative. We were worried. We thought, it'd be tight. But, like Phil said,
Did you know Bailey Peacock-Farrell was starting when you thought this was going to go horribly wrong?
Yesterday, the news started trickling through.
Right, okay, that's fine then.
No, I didn't, to be honest with you.
Right, that's okay. We're all right now then.
Yeah.
You feel a bit sorry for the lad?
I do, yeah, but I always feel sorry for.
I don't. I've got a picture of him behind me.
I know, it's class. It's class. Some players I feel sorry for when they lose against us, but not him.
No.
Yeah. Did you see the? What was it? What was the set to where before the goal? What happened with Bamford? It looked like he went down, but I don't know. I can't find any footage anywhere where, like,
Tarkowski fouls him. The referee plays advantage, and we go and score. So it's kind of nothing. But how Tarkowski's gone through that game without getting booked is a bloody miracle.
Crazy, weren't it?
He was all over everybody.
The knee in the back to.
Yeah. And then did you all see about what? Why does Calvin Phillips keep getting yellow cards for absolutely nothing when James Tarkowski gets away with about 6 of them?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, you're bang on there. You're actually bang on there. He does get an unfair shake, I think, at times, Calvin.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's almost as if we've still got that that reputation that followed us about forever. It's almost as if they still kind of keep that in mind, isn't it?
Good. That's what we want. I never want to lose that. Calvin carries that on, and I'm proud of that.
No, agreed. It is
the most. I think you guys like
that's
Ben,
why we need to keep.
But Oscar and Joe, are you throughout this season starting to see a little bit of a David Batty glint in the eye of Calvin Phillips as this season goes on? Because I am.
Yeah, I think it's always been there, isn't it?
I think it's grown this season.
Yeah, it's grown. It's grown all the time. But I think he's always had that aggression about him in terms of he doesn't take any rubbish for anyone. And
I actually said it who was it? We played a couple of weeks back where I said it was Batty-esque, his performance. It was Manchester United. The job that he did on Bruno Fernandes, he just fucking
you did say that.
Yeah,
I still think in terms of our whole season, in terms of who's been the most consistent, I think Dallas is player of the season for me, but I'd say KP second. I'd say KP over the season. He had a bit of a dodgy, maybe first couple of games, got injured.
I don't think he's been better than Raf. I don't think he's been better than Raf.
I honestly do. I think in terms of some of the performances, that Everton one, the Man United one, I mean...
1 minute. Last week, you were saying to me, you think we should sell Calvin Phillips and start Rafinha.
I said, I think Rafinha's our best player. Our most important player.
Right, well, you just said Calvin Phillips is better than Rafinha, and then
I didn't say that. I said this season. Again, Phil, try and read between the lines, miles, but just listen to what the person's saying rather than try and be smart as always.
In fairness, it's tough to compare though, really, because I mean, chalk and cheese, aren't they?
Go on, mate.
Sorry, go on. It's just an annoying delay. I won't come on here outside again.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. We're just grateful that you've come on, buddy. Any other Don level members, let us know because we're almost at the end. But I think his pass for the third goal was sublime, wasn't it? The one that was it the third goal when it went out to Harrison and then Harrison assisted.
Yeah, that pass was absolute sex, wasn't it? It was just liquid football.
Yeah, that was. I had I was on something the other week and people were saying, "Oh, Calvin's not that good. He shouldn't be in the England setup. It's just Leeds fans." I just play them that footage, in response because no one's doing that. Declan Rice isn't doing that.
No,
just pings it straight out, bam, on a sixpence.
Yeah, it is on a sixpence. People saying that also are not the sort of people that look at like that kind of backstage stuff that's going on. They just looking at flair, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think Declan Rice does carry the ball perhaps better than Calvin, but in everything else, I'd struggle to see where he beats Calvin.
Yeah.
He's
good. He's great. I'm not saying Declan's bad. I think he's a great player as well. But I just, when people are maybe a bit dismissive of Calvin, like I had someone say when I was having this conversation, they'd rather have Bellingham start over him and stuff. And it was like, what? Are you being for real? Like, come on.
It's a different position, but
as well. But it was just, I guess it was just a throwaway comment. A young kid who's not even been in the England setup yet. I'd rather have him in there. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. There's a reason. Gareth played him in the last three. There's a reason he's in there. It's the Leeds bias. It's it's because it's in a not amazing position as such. Especially when you consider what we've got going forward, but. If we're playing in the Euros and that ball goes back to Calvin, he's pinging that out to Foden, who's in. He's pinging that out to Grealish. He's pinging one of Mount or Sancho. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't get why you wouldn't, do that. So there it is. We've got a lot of people saying 27 way too old is past it. Who said, what were we on about, 27? Oh, Oscar's gone. Oscar's gone. Phil's not listening, and Ben doesn't know what we're talking about. I don't know. Let's bring this to an end then, folks. We've had no more Don level members. We've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. It's been great chitter chatter as always. Phil, I love you, mate. And we'll end it there. Oscar? What time will you be back with the player ratings, mate?
What are we on now? 3:45. So quarter past 4. So we get it done in time for the cup final, which of course you can check out on the JJ channel, the Just Joe channel. We'll run it in.
If you could do me a solid, folks, if you are going to watch the FA Cup final and you want to watch it. Watch along vibe, you don't have to. I will be doing it on my channel. If Phil, Oscar, and whoever could make sure at the end of the player ratings you send people over, that would be greatly appreciated. Just Joe football show. FA Cup.
I am enjoying Just Joe.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much.
It's not all Leeds TV, but it's.
I mean, if we're being honest, Ben, I am all Leeds TV, so it's all right. So, it's all praise.
and on that bombshell.
I'm only joking. No, thank you. Of course, it's not all Leeds TV. All Leeds TV is the bomb diggity. Cool. Thank you as always for watching. Thank you for our Don level members, Ethan, Ben, Chris, and Michael 20.
Michael 20.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, yeah. We will see you all in a bit, and I will play that track. And yeah, see you. Peace out. Leeds are going to Europe.